This video explains the rules of the Innovation Leadership game. This game is played by dividing the participants into groups. Each group represents a company in a different business sector. Think of this entire space as being a market that contains companies from various business sectors. The companies will try to operate business projects in the market. The company that has created the most value by the end of the game will be the winner. The created value is the total amount of current funds and future assets that is held by the company at the end of the game. Current funds are cash. This is calculated from the money cards that you hold. Future assets are calculated from the amount of money displayed on the project cards which you've implemented. Future assets indicate the project's social value that is expected to be obtained in the future. Although these assets are different from current funds that can be used immediately, they can be used as bargaining chips within the game. The game consists of 4 turns that take place over 4 fiscal years of the project. In each turn, there is planning time for 3 minutes and action time for 10 minutes, and then present your achievement. Remember this one important rule. At the end of each turn, each company must pay $2 million for labor costs. If you take no actions, your funds will steadily decrease. At the start of the game, various cards will be distributed to each group. There are will cards for all participants. Each person will select one card. The will card describes the goals of each individual and gives hints about how to achieve them. The blue existing project cards describe the projects that each company is trying to implement. 2 of these cards are distributed. The resource cards describe the resources held by each company. All companies will receive the same number of cards. The money cards represent current funds. In other words, the cash that the company can use. Money is distributed according to the business sector and the contents of the project. Broadly speaking, these cards are used to do 2 things: implement and execute a project and create a new project. To take on the challenge of implementing an existing project or creating a new project, the participants submit the required cards at seats called the market, which is placed at the center of the room where the game is held. The blue existing project cards are distributed to each group at the start. When these are submitted to the market together with the required resource cards and funds, the project is implemented and the group can earn returns. The resource types and money required for each project are listed in the required resources and required funds fields on the cards. Note that you will not necessarily have the resources required for your project at the start. You will need to negotiate with other companies to get these resources. When you implement a project, you will acquire the returns that are listed in the acquired funds, acquired cards, and future assets fields on the card. In addition to these, you will receive 3 new resource cards at random. The resources for executing an existing project and the returns that can be acquired are summarized here. You can also check this in the handouts. On the other hand, the orange new business cards are not in hand at the start of the game. It starts with submitting 2 different resource cards and $1 million to the market to formulate a business plan. If the project idea succeeds, the group receives an orange new project card. The flow for developing a new project idea and then implementing the project is summarized here. If your idea fails, you will lose the $1 million, but the 2 resource cards will be returned. If your idea succeeds and you receive an orange new project card, just like the blue existing project cards, you can gather the required resources and required funds and then submit them to the market to earn returns. You can also check this in the handouts. This card game also has another important goal. It is to realize each individual's will. Everyone will be given 1 will card each. This card describes the future you wish to achieve in the game and provides hints for it. Let's play the game!